Hi, I'm Tim, and welcome to watchyouwant.com. Thanks for logging on. Right now, I'm looking at one of the coolest watches in the current IWC catalog. This is the reference 5001-06. It's cool for two reasons. First of all, it's a Portuguese. The Portuguese is an icon in Schaffhausen. IWC, based in the German-speaking part of Switzerland, is a little bit different than the Swiss French in the Watch Valley of the West, in Jura, in Geneva, in Neuchâtel. But they do things differently in Schaffhausen, and that's why when 32, 35, 34, maybe 36 millimeter cases were the thing in luxury men's watches in the 1930s, naturally IWC built a 42 millimeter monstrosity. At the behest of their Portuguese importers, hence the name of the watch, the Portuguese model was constructed around a caliber 74 pocket watch movement. Fast forward to the 21st century, and it almost seems as though the Portuguese and IWC, despite doing things differently, or because they did do things differently, are having the last laugh. Now, the Portuguese is important because not only is it an icon at IWC, but it gives the company a canvas on which to create many variations with many complications and many refinements without altering the essential details. You can see the essential details. The 42 millimeter case, the gently curved indexed, or rather gently curved inset integrated lugs are present and correct, foy hands, full Arabic numerals with a railroad sector track around the outside demarcating 60 minutes or 60 seconds. Very elegant, traditional, but elaborated, and I'll show you how. At 6 o'clock you have your small jump date, a little window for that, thoughtfully color keyed to this gray metallic soleil sunburst fashion. You can sort of see the light play about the dial. As I turn it right here, you can see that little propeller pattern, and you can also see the same on the concentric circle grained subdials. But a lot of watch companies don't take that extra thoughtful measure of integrating a colored date wheel into the dial. IWC does it here, and as a result, it's an incredibly subtle play. The date's only there if you want it. It's not obtrusive, it's not an afterthought. Very well integrated, very well done, IWC. And they also balanced a small seconds at 9 on the traditional Portuguese. It would be at 6, but they balanced that with a 7-day power reserve at 3. So this is an elaborated model, but you don't lose the symmetry of the classic 1939 original. Now, this is a white gold watch. It is 70-50 purity, which is a way of saying it's 75% or 18 karat white gold. Very beautiful. Plays with a combination of polish, stepped bezel, so compound curves, and a brushed flank. Very elegant, reads as a casual sporty watch, but with enough of a dress presence to wear well with a suit and tie. Now, whether that's a bow tie or a traditional tie is purely up to you, but this watch can pull off either one. This watch can pull off black tie, can pull off a tux, and at the same time, with that beautiful white metal case and the sporty metallic sunburst dial, this is perfectly at home in shorts and a t-shirt. Unpretentious, classical, always the right choice. That's the Portuguese in white gold. Now turning to the back, you see one of IWC's innovations of the 21st century. Moving from 1930s and mid-century classicism, we start talking about what makes this watch unique within today's IWC catalog. First and foremost, you can see that this is an automatic watch. The original IWC Portuguese, and even many of the latter-day tribute models, are hand winds. So you have the convenience of a watch that winds itself and maintains a 7-day power reserve. It'll really run for closer to 8, but for the sake of isochronism and accuracy, IWC only rates it for 7. Now the watch is automatic wind, featuring their own in-house winding system. Developed by the great watchmaker Albert Peloton in the early 1950s, the Peloton winding system has been widely copied, but never completely duplicated. Very efficient, it winds in both directions, and that's significant because you get the most bang for your buck from every movement of the wrist. Either way you move, you're going to get a little bit of energy recovery, so that 7-day tank doesn't have to be topped off too often. Beautifully finished, you can see the winding rotor is partly skeletonized and includes a solid gold medallion that's part of the winding weight. Beautiful little thoughtful flourish by IWC, adds real visual punch and of course actual value to the watch. Now you can see circular Côte de Genève on the bridges themselves. These wheels feature radial sunburst graining. All of the bridges and levers have extensive mirror finish beveling, and you can see that the main plate is extensively perlaged with that tight circular engine turning right around the periphery right here. Gorgeous movement, beautifully finished. IWC in-house manufacture caliber 5010. A gorgeous movement, tons of capability, very rugged, but every bit in the tradition of the pocket watch engined Portuguese. It fills every square millimeter of that case back. Not one of those undersized movements in a big watch that you see from other brands. IWC left no detail to chance. This movement was designed with the big pilot and the Portuguese in mind. So while it is a 21st century option, you lose none of that full case impact of when you see a pocket watch, sapphire display back, Portuguese in person. You get that same effect here, and with the skeletonized rotor, you're able to see as much of that mechanism as possible at any given time. Very impressive functionally and aesthetically. This Portuguese 5001-06 Portuguese Automatic 7-day is available from watchyouwant.com with an entire set of original boxes, papers, and accessories from Schaffhausen. Anything you would have received from an IWC boutique or authorized dealer is included with this set. Very comprehensive. The watch is in excellent condition and actually reads as new. That's both case and clasp. Plus, the alligator skin strap, in addition to being very subtle, reads as completely new. This watch, lightly pre-owned, is available on our website, watchyouwant.com. Check out this IWC Portuguese Automatic and our other quality pre-owned luxury watches. You just may find the watch you want.